Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm doing a random collective reading. Sage you. Go sage yourself. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. This reading is timeless. All of my readings are timeless. So if this one doesn't resonate with you, then feel free to peruse my others and check them out. If you like what you see here, please subscribe and like because it helps the channel. And I like seeing comments if you guys find anything specifically helpful to you. The message I got coming into this is just there's a big shift. So I kind of want to ask, like, what is the shift about? There's a lot of wind, just in general, where I'm at in Texas. There's wind and cold, but there's funky weather all over. But I feel like metaphysical wind, if that makes sense. We got the 10 of Pentacles. Oops. Interesting, because I don't read reversals. The cards all come with the understanding that there's a higher and a lower aspect. So I don't get hung up on, I like to be mindful that they can both be positive and negative. The 10 of Pentacles is looking at the bigger picture. Long-term goals. Interesting. But the fact that I accidentally held that upside down, I'm going to take that into account. So if we're looking at the reversal of the 10 of Pentacles, this is not planning for the future, not looking at the long-term goals. It could be things kind of going upside down financially. It's making me think of like financial system or whatever, kind of things getting topsy-turvy or not going as planned with regards to long-term plans and goals, specifically having to do with like finances, could be family, could be like relationship, but somehow wealth and legacy and all that. The other thing that came to mind is, for me, every tarot reader has a relationship with their tarot cards. And so there are cards that mean things to me that don't necessarily mean things to other people. And the 10 of Pentacles comes out with when it comes to people who have passed or like our ancestors, it is the card of legacy. In my readings, it comes up a lot when somebody who passed away is trying to come through the cards. And so when I saw it upside down, it's like maybe there's a shift, there's a change in the air. And instead of looking at our long-term plans and goals, maybe it's important for us to delve into some quiet time, some contemplation. It's almost like our ancestors and the other side are maybe trying to bring us guidance or comfort, or and we're just not hearing them. Look for signs from loved ones. And that's the card of internal. Like, let's not look so long range. Let's bring ourselves into the now and really focus on what's right in front of us. Speaking of what is in front of us, this card is internal. What's going on with us internally? Don't trip over the future. That's what I just got. External. So what's in front of us to do? What is the task at hand? And we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is cool. That's self-care, taking care of ourselves and taking good care of ourselves. This isn't just like get yourself a bubble bath and then, slog through the rest of your day. This is really like taking good care of yourself, knowing your worth. The 9 of Pentacles is a wealthy woman who knows her value. She also is holding a bird on her hand, and the bird represents God or the universe or spirit, our higher self. I call this the God spot. This is the higher perspective. So what is the overview of what we're experiencing down here? The 9 of Wands. So we have a 9 and a 9 and a 10. Things are closing up. Maybe that's what the shift is. Like things are closing up. Don't trip out over what you're not seeing yet. That's what I'm getting from this 10 of Pentacles. All is not lost. And I had grabbed before I did this, a couple of random decks that I don't usually use. This one is Past Lives. Which is by Doreen Virtue. I got a bunch of free decks by Doreen Virtue, who found Jesus. Good for her. And renounced card reading. I kind of think I like using them. It's fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull from my Bible quotes cards because that's how I roll. So what is the shift? What is shifting? We're being shifted back within ourselves. Like maybe things are looking wild on the outside so that we draw in closer to ourselves. Forgiveness. So maybe there's something big in our lives going on, and there's that whether we need to forgive ourselves, forgive other people, forgive both, forgive situations, forgive, like maybe we're angry at the divine or, but imprisonment or slavery. That's kind of funny because it makes me look at this. I look at, the wands are all battles, like past battles that we've had, all of the things that we fought, and it's don't quit before the miracle happens, so this is the energy of never giving up. But he also, through the battle weariness, has created a wall, which can be kind of a self-imposed prison. But are we feeling trapped? Are we feeling caged in some way? And maybe that's resonant with us in a very deep way. Not that we need to like go and dig into. I don't get caught up in like past lives because I'm kind of, cool if that's your thing, but it's like, well, I'm here right now. What does understanding a past life, have to do with this life that I'm in right now? However, I do take into account that everything that I'm feeling right now might be a reaction to what I'm in, but it may also be carried over from my soul experience in other lifetimes. So I am aware of that. But with the imprisonment, slavery, and with this being in the God spot, looking down, it's like, look at ways that you might be imprisoning yourself in a situation, right? Is there a way out of a situation that you're not seeing because that you won't forgive? You won't just forgive someone or forgive a situation or surrender into an experience because you could just be a prisoner of your own mind in a scenario. So then daily guidance from your angels. I woke up with angels on the brain today too. So call in your own angels, or even just acknowledge if you want that there are angels around us everywhere and guides that are just loving on us. Relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God. Every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. Wow. Well, if that's not what I was just fucking talking about. Daydream. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. Holy shit, you guys. This is a pretty consistent message. I think it means something. It was significant that this came out upside down for me as a reader. This is my ancestors card. Your ancestors, your angels, your guides want to communicate with you. You know, if you want any advice from that, get a reading from me. Like, this is something that I have worked on in meditation. And I know that meditation can be like an intimidating practice, but it doesn't have to be. Just call it contemplation. Your brain is going to be noisy when you first sit down, you know, that's because it's got to clear. It's going to take a little bit, but I am always happy to tell people what my process was like for that. But even looking for physical signs, or you communicating with your ancestors, with someone who passed away, that you know, or, you know, just in general guides, you communicate with them. I do that a lot in the car. Talk to them and then see what sort of signs you see pop up in your physical experience, or even if it's like an ad with like the ad words being perfectly tailored to something that you said to, you know, while you were communicating with your loved ones. There was something else I wanted to do. Oh, yes. Here they are. So we're going to pull from my Bible quotes card, and then we're going to call it a day. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Corinthians 14:33. If you're confused, I would venture to guess it's because you're tripping over the future. This is really a time, the winds of change are, it's like we're huddled up in our cloak and it's just us and the universe or the divine or whoever it is that we connect with, and that change is happening for that very reason, to draw us closer to our connection and to know that we are loved and cared for in this moment of wind and change. Yes. Anyway, I hope you have a great day on Earth. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Peace. Namaste.